Someone else who knows a thing or two about styling a space is Leigh-Ann Allaire Perrault, and she's done that for our next segment. Hey, LA, you know how today's show is an East Coast kitchen party? Well, if it's inspired you to throw one on your own, LA's got the essentials for hosting your own at home, and this is specifically a Newfoundland house party. Is it not, LA?
You bet it is, Tracy. And you want to know the best part about a Newfoundland kitchen party? You really don't have to do a lot of prep at all. It's so casual, it's so laid back, it's a cozy environment, and it's in the kitchen, which means it's the closest to the food. So I think it's a party that both you and I can get on board with for sure. But really, the whole concept about this is the people. We talked about this at the very beginning of the show. Newfoundland people are just so vibrant and loving and generous and kind. I can't say enough things about them, and I have family out there, so I've had the chance to go out and visit them, and I've had the chance to experience a kitchen party, so I wanted to bring the experience to you and to our viewers and to celebrate the Newfoundland culture, which is actually my heritage as well. So we're in the kitchen, and you might wonder why we're doing arts and crafts. Well, we're actually getting ready for our Newfoundland kitchen party by making some ugly sticks. Have you ever heard of an ugly stick before, Tracy?
I have not heard of an ugly stick, but I think I want one already. What are they?
Well, I tried to make them not so ugly, but that's the name of these traditional instruments that you can make to take part in an East Coast Newfoundland party. Now, you don't have to be a musician, that's the best part. You only need a few ingredients for one of these parties, and that's good people, which we've got covered. You need some good food, and you need music and dance, and this is the music part for sure. So, oftentimes with kitchen parties, they turn into kind of jam sessions, and you've got people playing fiddles, and you've got people playing guitars. But with this is my own little DIY instrument that Newfoundlanders make with items from around their house, in their shed, tin cans, bottle caps, a broom, a mop, and even a boot. And the whole idea is you play along with the music, with a fiddler. Now, I'm no professional ugly stick player, but you get the gist. And the guys are kind of making their own. And I just heard the doorbell, which means we probably have some guests coming to our party. Who could it be, Tracy? Now, have you ever heard of the tradition of mummering? Well, we've got two mummers here, and I experienced this the last time I was in Newfoundland, where neighbors dress up in disguises. They're not so much costumes, they're disguises, because mummering becomes a bit of a guessing game, where you have to try to guess who it is that shows up at your doorstep to come in for a bit of a scoff and something to eat, a little dance, a little drink. I want to ask you, any idea who our two mummers are? Because you actually know them.
I was going to ask you that. I know these people, LA.
You do, and in fact, they're Cityline experts. Do you want a hint?
I want to take a stab at the one in the pink hat, the mummer in the pink hat.
Okay, go for it.
Is she, by any chance, really good in the kitchen?
You bet she is. Actually, they both are, and yep.
Is she the sort of woman you would talk to if you need to know the proper measurements for recipes or how to convert?
Oh, I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going, and you're close, but not quite. This is actually a husband and wife duo, and one of the hints is actually on the food that he's brought us. Now, in Newfoundland, they call these Newfoundland steak sandwiches. They're actually bologna sandwiches, but he might call it bologna.
Oh my goodness!
There's a hint for you.
Is it Massimo and Rosa?
It is! You want to take your mask off? So the whole idea is, now that we've guessed who they are, we're going to go outside, we're going to take the party outside, we're going to share a dance, we're going to share a drink. You ready, Tracy?
I'm ready. So yes, we got to have some dancing.
Come on, guys, let's go outside.
All right.
This is amazing. You never do anything small, do you? You go in your backyard, there's a full band out there and a couple of dancers. My goodness, I love it.
Well, I want to introduce you to some of my friends. They are kind of quintessential East Coast music. Say hello. So we've got Jeff and Brian on the fiddle and the guitar, and Jeff is actually going to be out in the East Coast next summer in Cape Breton teaching fiddle. It just so happens that these two lovely ladies happen to be neighbors of mine, and also championship Highland dancers. So it turned out perfectly that we could kind of create a neighborhood jam session and dance party in the backyard. And of course, we've got our mummers. So if you're up for it, Tracy, Fiona and Aideen are going to teach us some Highland dance moves. Are you ready?
When am I not up for dancing, LA? When? Yes, I'm ready.
All
I'm
right.
taking off my heels. Let's do this.
All right, so we're going to teach you the first step of the Highland Fling, one of our most traditional dances.
Okay.
To start off, you got to get your Highland fingers. So place your thumb and your middle finger together,
Okay.
and you're going to keep this arm up the whole time.
All right.
And you're going to start off, and we're going to do 4 jumps on one leg. So your first jump, you're going to jump out and point your foot to the side.
Okay. Ooh.
And then you're going to bring that same foot up to the back,
To the back.
and then bring it to the front,
Bring it to the front.
and then bring it to the back.
To the back.